Hello, welcome to CWID 101, You Are What You Eat for this summer semester. I am really excited that you decided to register for this class. Hopefully the title captivated you. Hopefully you read the course description and got a little bit excited about this idea of really learning about where our food comes from and how eating is a cultural thing, it's a social thing. It is something that most of us do at least 2 to 3 times a day and is really vital to us as a human race. So I usually post an announcement every single module. So for the summer semester, we take a 16-week session and we condense it down to 8 weeks. So you will actually have 2 video announcements from me a week. Module 1 is due on Wednesday nights, and then module 2 or the even number modules are due on Saturday nights. So we basically take 2 weeks, condense it into 1, but still have to cover the same amount of material because you're still getting 3 credits. It's just a very accelerated summer semester. So some of the things that I really like to do in the announcement videos is highlight the things that need to be accomplished within your learning module, but I also like to give you a little glimpse into my life. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the computer this direction and introduce you to Paisley. This is Paisley. Paisley, can you say hi? Hi. And Paisley is having some breakfast this morning. Paisley, what are you having for breakfast?
Egg and sausage.
Egg and sausage? Can you tell them where you got your eggs from?
My chickens.
Your chickens? Where are your chickens at?
Outside.
Are they outside? Do you like to go gather eggs from your chickens? Yeah. Do you like eating your chickens' eggs? They're pretty yummy, huh? So Paisley is 4. She is one of my 2 kiddos. I also have Hattie, who will be 2 this August. So we're entering the almost 2-year-old phase of life with our youngest, which is exciting. So some beginning things for this course. The very first thing is you should purchase the book. So Michael Pollan's Omnivore's Dilemma. We will be using this book in every single module. So in every single module, you'll have readings from the text that you'll want to make sure that you take the time to go into your checklist and see what chapters need to be read for the week. For week 1, you just need to read the introduction. But like I said, your checklist will tell you what chapters you actually need to, what you need to read for the week. So real fast, just a quick preview. I go into this quite a bit in this first module, really this idea of navigating Blackboard. So you will definitely want to watch that video because it does give you some tips and tricks about how to work through Blackboard and specifically this course. But let's take a quick minute to look at this learning module, and then I'm going to finish up with just this idea of CWID, this first semester experience, and what we hope you gain from this specific course. So within the learning modules, each week, like I said, odd weeks are due on Wednesdays by midnight. Even weeks are due on Saturdays by midnight. And those due dates don't change. So you really want to make sure that you go out, look at the course syllabus, and then pay attention to when those modules open. I only open a module at a time, so students don't have the ability to work ahead. You really want to focus on the content that is specific to the learning module. View this weekly checklist. This weekly checklist lets you know exactly what you need to complete. So a lot of students I've found like to print this off, or they like to take a screenshot and save it on their desktop so that they can really be tracking basically, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday into Wednesday, like what are the things that I need to be working on in order to make sure that I meet that Wednesday deadline. So this is really just a quick preview checklist of the things that you need to ensure you're completing before the deadline. There is this little note down here. So we do have to verify attendance in the first 2 weeks of the semester. For the summer session, because it's condensed, we verify that attendance in week 1. So I'll be using your week 1 material and your week 2 material to verify your attendance for this summer semester. So you really want to make sure that you're paying attention to how I define attendance in the class, which is really completing your work. So you want to make sure that you are coming in here, you're checking Blackboard frequently, probably daily, because this is a summer class, and accomplishing all of those tasks that you need to accomplish in order to be successful for this semester. You'll also notice that your core syllabus is here. You'll find it here within this learning module, and you'll also find it embedded over here on the left-hand table of contents toolbar. So access to that so that you know what to expect for this semester. And then we get into the specifics of the CWID class. So within this Connecting with Ideas course, 2/3 of it is usually dedicated to the content specific to the topic that you chose. So we will be talking about food. But then the other third of it is really dedicated to this idea of connection and really getting you in touch with what it's like to be a college student, connecting you with campus resources, how to be a contributor to society and have positive, informed discussions with peers and faculty. And then finally, to really appreciate different cultures and, where people come from and how they've formulated those opinions. So every module, I have a built-in area that's called Let's Connect. And Let's Connect really does just that. It helps tie you into those things that help make you successful as a student here at CWI. So in week 1, Let's Connect is really a tutorial to Blackboard. So you'll want to watch that short video. There's also a little embedded job aid or tool that you can use. And then to test your knowledge on this, you will take the quiz that's specific for that video and the syllabus. And then the structure of the class doesn't really change. So every single module, you'll have a Let's Connect assignment, which may involve with that a quiz or a discussion board or a journal entry or an assignment that you need to submit. And then every week you're going to participate in a discussion board. And the discussion boards are a pretty big deal. So you want to make sure that you're really paying attention to what's posed in those discussion boards. It's going to ask you questions usually related to the text. So you'll want to have your text handy. You'll want to make sure that you're reading. You might decide to pull up the discussion board questions before you read that chapter to really kind of figure out okay, what are the questions that I'm going to need to address from my chapter reading, so that you can go in and write that discussion board post. So discussion boards are embedded within the learning module. They're also over here on the left-hand toolbar, which you'll learn from the Navigating Blackboard module video. But posting to that discussion board, you'll click on the title, you'll create your discussion board post, and then you must reply to at least three of your peers. So you'll really want to make sure that you're checking back here, you're checking back often. I encourage you to create your initial post early before the due date. And the reason that I ask you to do that is because you really want to be mindful of your peers. So your peers will need to be going in and creating responses. And if there's no discussion board posts until the Wednesday that week 1 is due, that's really problematic for people who are trying to stay on top of it, trying to ensure that they meet that deadline. So I would encourage you to try to have this discussion board posted probably no later than Monday or mid-Tuesday at the latest, and then that should give you a day and a half to go in and formulate some responses for your peers. So like I said, every module is going to be structured that way. Modules will open like I said, on a schedule. So odd weeks will open Sunday morning at 12:01 a.m. and then even weeks will open Wednesday morning at 12:01 a.m. So Thursday morning at 12:01 a.m. So really we just keep cycling through the material. So you'll see these different modules popping up as that information becomes available for you to work through the semester. So that is a quick crash course, a quick welcome to Connecting with Ideas 101 this summer semester. Again, I do want to reiterate that this is an accelerated course. We've taken 16 weeks of content and we've crammed it into 8 weeks, which some students love because it gives them the ability to knock out a class in 8 weeks, but it is fairly intense. So you're gonna feel like, oh my gosh, I just finished that and now I'm jumping into the next thing, and it feels like there's a whole lot of work that I'm doing. And that's exactly right. It's gonna feel that way because this is a very accelerated course. So 2 weeks worth of material per week. Make sure that you're diligent, make sure that you're on top of it. I will be posting an announcement within each module to just make sure that you're doing okay and say hi. But I hope you have a great semester. Please reach out to me with any questions, concerns, comments, things that you need. I promise I won't bite. I think I say in my reminders, like, I'm a human too. I have children. I have a full-time job. So I get it. I get that life happens. I get that things are going on. So please always reach out to me if you see mistakes in the Blackboard shell, if you're having troubles with family or life or whatever it is. Know that I'm here for you, and I'd be happy to be a support system for you for this semester. Welcome to college. Welcome to Connecting with Ideas. I hope that by the end of the semester, you're able to take something fantastic away from this course. Have a great first week of classes.